Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So where have I been? That is a good question. I've basically just been running around trying to finish getting ready for school. It has been so crazy, organizing all my dorm stuff, figuring out how we're gonna get it to school and all that stuff. I didn't have a lot of things that I actually needed, so it has been really cray to say the least in getting ready for school. So that's been taking up a lot of my time, and then I've also been hanging out with a bunch of people since I do actually move in like 19 or 20 days. I had to put YouTube sorta on the back burner for a little bit, but since it is August, I am back with my back to school videos, which is what today's video is. Today's video is going to be all about advice for freshmen. I am graduated now. I have seen high school from all 4 years, and I feel like I can offer some very valuable and good tips and advice if you are going into your freshman year. I am going to try to be as honest as possible in this video, so if anything offends you, I'm just going to pre-apologize now because that was not my intention. I am just really going to try to be sort of like brutally honest so that I can give a realistic expectation of things that could happen. I have covered all different aspects of high school through academics, some socials, and touching on boys. So if you are going into your freshman year and are a little nervous and would like some peace of mind, then keep watching. Oh, grades. My first tip is going to be keep up with your homework and get good grades. Now, that probably sounds like something that would come from your mother because it probably has come from your mother. It is completely true and completely accurate. Like, it's very easy at the beginning of the year to be like very steadfast, getting all your homework done and stuff, and then through the year you just kind of naturally slip and maybe miss a few homework assignments or hand them in late. But as little as homework may seem, it does actually really affect your grade. There is a little portion of your grade called homework, and if you suck in the homework portion, when that's factored into your grade, it's gonna hurt you. It's very important to stay on top of your homework to get good grades because your homework is just gonna help you. They're good study tools for tests, and basically you have to do it. Really important to get good grades your freshman year, especially because that's what sets your GPA, and then your GPA just follows you through high school. So if you start off with something really low, it's going to be really hard to like build it back up to a GPA that you want. So if you just stay on top of your homework and make getting the homework done well a habit, it'll be easier to stick with it throughout the whole entire year, and a habit is hard to break, so why don't we only make good habits like doing our homework. My second tip under the academics is not to worry about finding your classes. I know going in as a freshman, that was something I was totally paranoid about, and actually now I'm really scared about finding my classes. But you just have to think everyone is in the same boat. None of the freshmen know where they're going, which is why you get a freshman orientation to sort of get yourself familiar with the school before the rest of the school comes. Teachers are going to be really understanding with the fact that you don't know where your classes are. You're new to the school, you've never been to the school, you've never been to the school with the whole school there because it can be a little confusing, but they're going to be really lenient with if you're late to class at the beginning because they understand that familiarizing yourself with the place. So don't worry about getting in trouble for being late to class, and also really don't be afraid to ask for help with finding your classes. Most students and teachers are going to tell you where to go. It's not something to be scared of to ask for help because, like I already said, everyone knows that you guys are new to the school and don't know where you're going. So, social life. This is a very big, important part of high school. It's who you hang out with, it's who you associate yourselves with, and the social part of high school is very important in shaping your character for who you're going to be in the future. But without being so deep, my first tip to help your social life is please do not do the freshman backpack. If you don't know what the freshman backpack is, it is when your body ends here, this is where your body is, and your backpack and all the way back here. That is the most telltale sign that you're a freshman. So if you're trying to blend in with the crowd in the hallway, then I do not suggest doing the freshman backpack, because that is an automatic pointer that you are a freshman. You are given a locker for a reason. It's to hold your things in between classes so you don't have to carry them around all day. So I don't know why you would voluntarily put it in your backpack and carry it around all day. It's not good for your back. You'll probably rip your backpack straps because you have everything in there. And as terrible as this sounds, I can't speak for all schools, but I know if you had a really bad freshman backpack, you do kind of get made fun of a little bit. It's just funny to see, like, when you're going up the stairs and there's a person right here, but their bag is holding up the line because it ends back here. It's just that it's really mean and it shouldn't happen, but realistically it does. And just use your locker. You'll find out times to go to it in between your schedule. Just please don't put every single thing you own that's school related in here. My second tip under socials is to meet a bunch of new people and as many new people as you can before you choose your friend group. I think this is a really important tip because you are guilty by association. You are sort of labeled from who your friends are. They have a big influence on your image, and also they're who you hang around with. It's who you spend your high school time with. You want to make sure that they're people that have the same values as you, the same interests, that feel the same way about things that you do, so that you're not pressured into anything, you don't feel like you're pressuring anyone else, and you just need to make sure that your friends are a good group of people that you can see yourself hanging around with, and that you wouldn't be guilty or embarrassed if someone associated you with something that they did. I did not do this at all. I found this one group of friends that I completely hung out with all the time, only them, and it was a real hindrance because if there was a problem in the group, like drama or something stupid going on, and you were on the outs, you didn't have anyone else to hang out with. Like, there were times where I literally could have sat by myself and eaten because I didn't have anyone else to sit with in my lunch wave because I only had this one group of friends. I really suggest making friends with a bunch of different people from a bunch of different friend groups, or just hanging out with everyone and not even having a specific friend group, just being friends with everyone, which would be awesome because then you're friends with a bunch of different people and you have so many different people that you can hang out with and do stuff with. My third tip in the social aspect of high school is don't be afraid of upperclassmen. We are not going to slam you into lockers and steal your lunch money like you hear about. I don't even know where that started, but that is so completely not true. They are not scary. You know when you get a new kid in your class and everyone's really excited, like pumped about the new kid, and you want to know what he or she likes, what they're interested in, what they do for sports. You just want to know everything about them. Well, that is how it is to the upperclassmen with the freshmen. Upperclassmen are excited to meet the freshmen. They're going to be on their sports teams together. You want to know what they're like, what they're into. You want to get them on your sports team. You want to be friends with them. It's kind of like having a new kid in class. It's like really exciting to have a whole new class of kids. So upperclassmen are not there to bully you. We do not want to belittle you or ruin your first year of high school. Upperclassmen are actually really excited to meet you guys because it's like having a new kid in class, except you get like a ton of them at once. But going along with that, my next tip is don't be cocky because you know upperclassmen. Seen it happen. I did it when I was a freshman in high school. Don't be cocky just because you know upperclassmen. Everyone in the freshman class is going to eventually cross paths with an upperclassman, whether they're your captains for your sports teams, whether they're actually your friends from the sports teams. If you guys have clubs together, sometimes you can have classes with upperclassmen. Everyone is going to cross paths with an upperclassman or be friends with them or have a connection to an upperclassman in some way. So if you're really cocky about it, it kind of just is like, what is this girl fangirling about? It just makes you look bad. No one likes someone that's cocky, and you don't really have a reason to be cocky because you know an upperclassman, because a bunch of people do. And upperclassmen are not like celebrities. They're just people that have been in high school longer than you. So there's nothing really even to be cocky about if you think about it, but I've just seen it happen so much that I figured I would put this tip in. Boys, boys, boys. So we love them and we hate them, but we can't live without them. My first tip is going to be, do not date everyone. You are going to get yourself quite a reputation if you have a new boyfriend every single week. And then, when you're actually ready to have a serious relationship with someone, you're not going to have anyone to date because you've already dated the whole entire class. I know dating can kind of be of a novelty when you get into high school because middle school everyone was like kind of shy, like, oh, I love you, go out with me, check yes or no on AIM. So it's kind of cool to have like a boyfriend that's like an actual boyfriend that you guys like actually hang out with and stuff. So I'm just saying, don't date everyone because of you're going to get a reputation and you're going to ruin your future when you actually want to date someone. Instead of dating everyone and having meaningless relationships, wait for that one meaningful relationship and it'll be much more worth it and you'll be much happier when you aren't moving on to other schools because you've already dated everyone in yours. Second tip is going to be, don't let a boy, or anyone for that matter, but especially a boy, pressure you or influence you to do anything. It's kind of easier to say no to your friends that you don't want to do something, but when a guy is trying to pressure you and you really like them and you want them to like you too, it can be kind of hard to not give in. But you really do not want to be pressured into anything like drinking, smoking, having sex, anything like that, especially by a guy. And if a guy is pressuring you to do this, then that means he doesn't respect you and he is totally not worth your time. As my subscribers, I love and care about you and I do not want to see any babies or anyone in jail. I care about you guys so much, so if you don't want to do something, stand up and say no, and if they make fun of you for it, then hey, let them make fun of you for it. Who cares? It's something you believe in, it's something you're against, and you have a right to be against it or not do it. So don't let anyone pressure you, especially guys, because let's be real here, guys can be very persuasive, especially if you have some feelings for them. It's just extra drama that you don't need. So my final tip for this whole entire video is, do not fangirl over a guy or an older guy. Just don't fangirl over guys in general. I am so guilty of this. It is kind of hypocritical for me to put this in here. I have learned, and I figured I should give my 2 cents on it just because I am like a huge fangirler. I used to think that just because an upperclassman guy talked to me, I was going to marry them and that they were in love with me. That is not the case. They probably don't even know your name. It makes you look really creepy, to be honest, and desperate, and guys like confident girls, not the ones that are taking pictures from afar or texting them 5 times a minute, and it's just really it's just really creepy, and it's just weird. Just don't fangirl over the guys, because you will find someone that likes you and that you like, and it makes you look really bad and it makes you look really desperate, and you don't want to look desperate because most of the time you aren't. It's okay to like really like someone and like be like maybe a little bit obsessed with them. Just don't let them know that you're obsessed with them. The difference between secretly obsessing and creeping and fangirling. Fangirling, the guy knows that you would lick peanut butter off of a city bus to date them. Whereas secretly obsessing is like, I creep on you every day on Instagram, but I don't stare at you in class and I don't text you 500 times a minute. So I hope something in this video, if not everything, helped you guys. Honestly, all in all, don't be nervous. If you go in with an open mind, positive thoughts, and you're really excited about it, then you will meet good people, you'll do well, and high school will be a great time of your life for you. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in my next video, and yeah, have a great day. Bye. I can't stop.